I'm here. Sorry, I had to get a drink. I needed my tea. I've got more than I thought. So I've got more stuff than I thought. Hi, Squidge. Happily Vegan. Jinx. Mike. Mike will give me some feedback, I know. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Anybody? I think that's it, isn't it? For now. So, I've got more clothes than I thought, honestly. That lady who stayed with me. What this? I've worn this before. It's a dress, and it's ever so thick. It's fleecy, and matches my hair. Yeah, he will. Squidgy, he'll get as much out of her as he can. And thanks, Happily Vegan. I'm gonna do it. I've got to do. It's a dress, Jinx. It's a dress. It's just like it's a fleecy dress. It's like a tracksuit, only it's a dress with no legs. Anyway, I've got more clothes than I thought. I've got a couple of long dresses, which are beautiful. My daughter's prettier than me, much prettier than me. Our daughter, both of our sons look like their dad. And when I say that, they look exactly like him, the older one particularly. Got what to work. Sorry, I'm trying not to ignore what's going on. Anyway, a card. Both our sons look like the older one particularly. And the first thing Elsa said to me when he was born, and he was born in hospital. The hospital's not there now, it's knocked down. He was born in hospital and Alf was there all night. And he was born at 5:20 the next morning. And when Alf came in to see him, and the first thing he said was to me was thank you. And then he looked at the baby and he said, hasn't he got little ears? And he's always had beautifully shaped ears, but they're all good looking kids. But the boys look like their dad. Our daughter, she's got beautiful like olive skin. And I said to Alf when she was growing up, we should have called her Olive. Her skin is gorgeous, and I didn't know at the time about having a Spanish grandmother, so I guess that's where that's from. But and she looks, I can see her dad in her, definitely. But I can see my sister. I can see my sister in her as well. So your son looks like you. I haven't done anything to it, Sharon. I've just slicked it back with some water. But hi, Chile. I might do it today. I was a couple of minutes late because I wanted to get my tea. And would you believe, honestly, it's sod's law. Knock on the door about 9:10, and it was my brother. So came round because he said he owed me some money, which he did, but I wasn't bothered about that. So he came round to give me the money he owed me. First thing, silly thing is. Happily Vegan. Thank you. I'll tell you who does ads. Elon Musk's mother. And I think she's the same age as me. And she does ads for Marks and Spencers and stuff. I've got to apologise last night for the stream last night. I was so tired. It suddenly came over me, just like a blanket over my head, and I was exhausted. Anyway, You know, I'm normally up at 4, round about 4. Dan knows I'm usually up at about the same time as him. But, I went, thanks, Squidgy, but I did feel, I mean, I cut it short as well, but I just felt so tired. Thanks, Jinxie. But I went into Hannibal, onto Hannibal's channel. I sometimes just type in live and see what's live, and he was live, and I thought I'll pop over there because I like his channel. And yeah, I was just so exhausted now, Mike. Well, I do know why. I think I'm still catching up from when I was in hospital as well, so there is that as well. But I went into Hannibal's chat, and I just, sort of typed hello and a comment. All of a sudden, not Hannibal, not him, he didn't, but all of a sudden I was attacked again for being a racist. And one person came on, more or less, it was a mod, I think she was, and mentioned about me being a racist. And I said, I've never been a racist. I'm not a racist. I never will be. Yeah, it's horrible, Jinx. Hi, Jade. And she must have thought she'd chased me off. And then I commented again about something, and she came back at me again. Somebody else backed her up. And then she said a little bit later, I think Anne's gone, or I think Tea and Sassy's gone. And I started to type, no, I haven't. And I thought, no, just ignore her. Go when you're ready. So, yeah, Squidgy. So I just, I commented again a bit later, and then that was it, because it was going nowhere. And I thought, I'm ready to leave. Don't stay simply to spite anybody. So I did leave, but it was nothing to do with them while I left. But how ridiculous. Hi, Wistful Demon. Oh, what a lovely name. Yeah, happily vegan. I said, it was thoughtless of me, but it wasn't racist. It was just a clip from a video from the 50s and 60s. That's all it was. Yeah, but I didn't bring it up though, Jinx. They did. And I said, and I've apologised. And she said, you only apologised because you were caught. I mean, caught? It was a video. It was in public. If you're caught at something, it means you're doing something surreptitiously behind the scenes. So let them get on with it. Hi, Michelle. But it wasn't anything to do with Hannibal. It was one of his mods and somebody else. I don't even remember their names. It was a video, Mike. Do you remember Robinson's Jam? And they used to have, instead of Paddington, which I think is it Paddington Bear now? And instead of Paddington, they used to have Golly on the jar. And you used to collect the labels. I can't remember how many you needed. Send them off, and you would get a badge. And I remember sending the labels off, and I got a collection of badges that I given to my grandson because there was some money. I'm not going to throw them away, but it was just a clip. That's right, Jinx. That's right, Jinx. And like Monty as well. Monty called Troll Detective racist. It wasn't racist what he said. I heard the word, what was it now? I heard the word naked. Monty said he said the N word. I heard the word naked. And then I've seen another Scottish lady said it was naked. Another Scottish lady said it was needed. But it wasn't what Monty said. And I think, high reactions. No, I understand that, reactions. I do understand that. Yeah, they used to fight over the tokens. But in my eyes, and if you look at why the history of that golly and the golly books, there was a golly and 2 Dutch dolls, white dolls, and it said it went away to actually breaking the stance on racism. So I don't know, and I don't know. And if it's something that upsets anybody, then I'll remove it, which I did. But I left it a little while because Garlic Bread came over and he started with his nonsense. Yeah, but what Brooklyn, what I was going to say is there's that many people saying things like Chantal, for example, calling Nada, saying he was abusive and he beat her up, and domestic violence and sexual abuse. And then she said he didn't. And when these things happen and they accuse somebody of something and then retract their statements, you know, mud sticks. And it also undermines, you know, women go and say they've been abused and this has happened. There's going to be ranklings of Chantal in the minds of those detectives, whether they want there to be or not. They're still going to remember what a certain woman did, you know, and probably other women like her. You know, they've got there's May, and she's got a genuine case, and Chantal was originally, she was giving Nada an alibi for that. And I can draw a parallel there. You know, somebody calling sexual abuse and domestic violence and then saying it wasn't. And then people saying racism when it never entered my head, ever. And as I say, it was removed. So what was that? What was British? No, happily vegan. It wasn't the N word. Honestly, I you know, I'm 90% sure it was not. Hi Taco. Good morning, darling. Oh yeah, yeah. They were British. Who was the woman who wrote the books? I can't remember, but it was about 2 Dutch dolls and that were found in the attic of her niece's house. There was a golly, and these 2 Dutch dolls, and she wrote the book. And then, of course, the dolls came out as toys. But Troll Detective never said that word. And no, she's not. She's Scottish. And it's not a word that's, I've never heard anybody use it. I have on here, but in personal life, I haven't. I know I've got fabulous community. I know. I'm not angry about it, Jinx. I've mentioned it because it's safe here to talk about these things and, you know, to say what is happening. But it was by no means, don't get me wrong, it wasn't anything to do with Hannibal, because he actually told them to stop. And if they wanted to say something, to come to my channel. No, it was because it was a golly, and in the Finnish it was associated with racism, and I didn't even realise it's on different channels still now. It was nice to him, yes, he intervened and said, you know, stop it. My PFP, what's that? I'm sick. What's a PFP? Something profile. Yeah, hi everybody. So, these dresses. Nancy Pelosi, yeah, I've heard about her. I haven't looked at anything, you know. Hi, Cara J. When we know better, we do better. Absolutely. I'm glad it's Paddington now. I like Paddington. Despite his associations with the Queen. Your old man. Good morning, UK Medic. I could have done with you yesterday to give me an energy boost, an injection in my bum or something to get me going. I was so tired. These dresses now, I've got, how many have I brought down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've brought 7 down. They would have been better if I could have got my model down, you know, my model like the lamp over there, dressmaking model, but I wasn't going to attempt to carry that down. So I don't know much about her, Mike. Vitamin D, yeah. What is it? You told me to get vitamin B and C, which I've got, and I take in the mornings when I remember. Do you, Squidgy? What's vitamin D then? What is that for, bones or energy or what? What I used to take was the vitamins, you know, that you got everything in the one pill. That's what I want, everything in the one pill. He's a good boy. Who's that, Brooklyn? Your old man, who's that? Who are we talking about now? Oh, it boosts the immune system. Oh, Wistful Demon, that's very, very nice of you. Love your name. I think it's C for son, isn't it? Oh, and I was told at the hospital as well, folic acid supplements, I think they've given me. Multivitamins, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Hi, Polly. Oh, Chili, that's you're giving me some good ideas because I do need something. My bones are absolutely. They've given me 3 darn hospital appointments in the next month, and 3 hospital appointments in the next month, and I don't see the point in going because they've done the pelvis part of it where I went last week, the week before, but the rest of the bones they've fused together, and therefore, you know, I've lost about 3 inches in height. I was 5'3". I'm now 5 foot, slightly over, which is ridiculous. And there's one of these dresses, oh gosh, I would love to wear it, but I just love it. I love the colour, the style. It's like a flapper dress. I would have to have it altered because it's too big. K2 inches goes where they're supposed to. All right. I didn't know anything about that. Do they come in bottles on just K2? Is that all you ask for? My wedding dress. There is photos somewhere on my channel. I need to go in my photos and I need to get them in playlists. I can repost it. It was I was very shy, happily vegan, and hi Net and Ruse. Oh, I'm glad you have. Thank you very much. My wedding dress. I was very shy, and Alfie and I went shopping for it, and he waited outside the shop, and I went in and said, I want a wedding dress. I was only 16, and we looked at some, and there was one there, and I said, I'll have that. I'll have that. I didn't even try it on. I just wanted to get out the shop. And you know how much it was? It was £10. £10, 1965. That was, what, a couple of weeks' wages, I suppose. So I got this wedding dress, came out the shop with my bag, and the assistant came running out the shop. I bought the veil as well. They got the veil. They got one that I liked, which was like a pillbox hat, and I liked that, so I had that. And came out the shop, and the assistant came running out after me and said, we haven't got your payment. And I said, I gave it to you. And she said, no, you must not have, we haven't got it. So Alf had to go in his wallet to get the money out and was going to hand it over. And another assistant came out and said, we found it. It was under the bags on the counter. Performance. I do. I love vintage clothes. I've also got upstairs a wedding dress that, why did I buy it? I don't know. I was just looking at wedding clothes, you know, after Alf died and stuff. And I thought, what would I buy now? Because the one I bought was like a big meringue, and it overwhelmed me because I'm only tiny. And hi, upside nay. Oh, oysters are disgusting. It's like if you've got bronchitis and you swallow phlegm. They're vile. What time is it upside now where you are? Time in the evening. I didn't have a petticoat to match the dress. I didn't need one. It was just so big. I did wear like an ordinary slip petticoat underneath. And Australia. Hi, Sarah. And instead of, like, you know, people pay for big receptions and everything now, and we were short of money, you know. Alfie had a little car that he was paying on, and we just got a flat and that. So Alf's mom kindly did the reception at their house, and it was lovely. It was really nice. Very intimate, you know. Really nice. She was such a good woman, his mum. I've had a message from Jem this morning, but I haven't replied yet. Thanks, Good Jane. So many Aussies. It's probably the right time, isn't it? Australia. My close friend was from Australia. I loved her dearly. And she was involved with the animal rights movement as I was. That's how we met. And she passed away a couple of years ago. And I miss her. I do. Oh, Jem. I'm sure she won't mind me sharing. You know, she was going out for a meal with her daughter last night, and one of her oldest friends from London surprised her at the restaurant with flowers and gifts. So they stayed longer. That's why she couldn't make last night. She's apologising. She doesn't need to apologise. Oh, I bet you do. I bet you love it there. Hi, Susan. You got koalas outside. Oh, how nice. Log, how law. Have I missed log? Old Cara. How nice. I've got a koala bear somewhere. It is cool, isn't it? You got a neighbour grunting. It's not quite the same, is it? Kookaburras. Yeah, I've heard kookaburras. I remember one time we were in America and sitting out at night, and you've got all the what do they call them? The little things that light up all over the place. Did you hear my stomach rumble then? I'm sorry. Fireflies. Are they? Nasty little buggers, are they? Lightning bugs, fireflies, yeah. A deep, guttural, honking sound. Like, oh! I can't, I bet Chantal could do it. Are you, Taco? What's that then? Let me tell you something. And I can tell you from personal experience, there's nothing worse than getting to a stage in life where you look back and you think, I wish I had, and you didn't. Hi, Super Chat Cats. You're up early. That's all right. I'm glad you're here. There's nothing worse than sitting back and thinking, I wish I had. I bet more people think, I wish I had, than more people think, I wish I hadn't. What is it you want to do, Taco? Yeah, one life to live. Well, maybe not, but you know. You know that record by Elvis Presley, Follow That Dream. Follow that dream wherever that dream may lead. So long as it's not got the potential to hurt you or anyone you're close to. I wonder if Chantal is if her flight is imminent, because if she's going, she'll probably go tomorrow. If she's going this week. You never know with her, do you? Could be next week. She could be waiting till after Ramadan. But she's so keen to see her husband that who knows? And you know, we're all talking about. Yeah, she did, Susan. I think that was more to do with French fried girl getting one over on her. That's true. Happily vegan, yes. Some aren't. You've got to be somewhat realistic. No raging on Ramadan. Yeah. No matter how much you try. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And it's true. And you can go through life and it's one thing after another. This thing, that thing, this thing. And you think everything, you know, life is conspiring against you. And then sometimes in a row, things start to go right. I think what you put out is what you're going to get back. And I do believe that if you're thinking positive and like, when I'm tired, I'm thinking, oh God, I'm tired now. And I think myself into the real doldrums. But if I'm thinking, let's just get that done. Let's go out. Let's do this. And it's much better. Hi, Jenna. Hi. I'm going to have a busy day. Oh, Taco, thank you so much. If ever you want to talk, just email me. Everything could be confidential. I don't. Yeah, taco noodles is sweet. You all are. All of you. Like I've said, when I've been down, you've really lifted me up. And Nova was saying to me yesterday, that I think the lives suit you. You're looking better just lately. How wonderful, Cara. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Ginny's Point. Do you like how I put the rag trade in the title? Because they're not pristine dresses, because they're old dresses. Exactly, Jinx. Yeah. There's that other saying, if in doubt, don't. But there's always going to be doubts. You're never going to be 100% certain of anything, ever. But if you don't attempt to follow your dream, it's never going to come true. Ballet. Didn't Wayne Dyer live on ballet? Do you know Wayne Dyer? He's the man you should listen to. Really, he's where you gone, Taco. Listen to Wayne Dyer. I'll find a link and put this in the community post. He gives some really good he's passed away now. I'd love to have met him. No, I don't, Cara. They're all out now. I just put them in normal zip up clothes bags. Because, hi, Bally Chicken. Right, Windire, is that where he lived? Yeah, he wasn't a wise man, Bally Chicken, Wayne Dyer. Life of an Angel, hi. Are you? Oh my gosh. How wonderful. How wonderful. Imagine doing that. Where is it you live? Life of an Angel, where are you? And where are you heading? Yeah, if you don't try, you won't know. See, you can. I could pack up and could sell this and fund the rest of my life. But I want this to have the inheritance. Not in the way you mean, Super Chat Cat. I think that we're here to learn lessons, and I think that there are various routes we can take. We can make life easy for ourselves. We can make life harder for ourselves, or we can be on the middle road. But each road eventually leads to the same place. And if we haven't learnt the lessons we're supposed to learn, I'm not sure whether, what happens then. You come back. I don't know. Dolores Cannon, the medium, the famous medium, she said that God, hi Zena, God, or, superpower, whatever, super being, whatever you call the source. We are all particles. We're nothing really. We're just like particles of dust. But each one of us is very special. And we are here to learn the lessons. And the lessons that we learn are taken back to source because they want, God wants, source wants the human experience. You're going to see Route 66? Oh, yeah. So, no, I don't predestine it. I think we can either take the easy route, the hard route, or, the mediocre. What do you want to do? Because if you've got dreams like taco noodles and you want to play it safe, and you sit back and you just want to play it safe. And I've seen members of my family. My sister said to me, I've never pushed the boat out like you did. And I wish I had. And I'm saying to myself, I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd have gone the other way, had those extra 2 children, and we'd done things differently. So at the end of the day, everybody's going to have regrets. Everybody is, because we're human. Yeah, that's a good attitude to have, Squidgy. Oh, Bally Chicken, have you? The Lost Bally Stories. Of course your name, Bally. You frozen, Polly. Where are you, love? Thanks, Taco Noodles. Keep in touch, please. Send me an email, and I'm not saying I've got loads and loads of wisdom, but I'll always listen to you, and I'll always give an opinion, an honest opinion. You regret not finishing med school. I would have a change of career if I had my time again. Definitely. I always wanted to be a psychiatrist. Instead of which I've ended up needing one. But you're welcome, Taco. You'll always get support here, always. Art school, happily vegan. But what is stopping you from following that now, from doing that now? Zena, it's true. Make a change. Yeah. You have to. And when you think about it, times gone by when women were in marriages or they were stuck, they didn't have careers, they working class women, and they went straight into marriage. They had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children living in back-to-back houses. I'm talking about in the UK now, in Victorian times, and their husbands could put them in the workhouse if he wanted to, and they wouldn't be able to get out unless he gave his permission. Think of those times. Terrible. Yeah, happy vegan. I don't mean do it. Thanks, side of an angel. It's a dress. It's a dress and it's fleece lined. I understand that, having to pay the mortgage, but why can't you do something online? I've got a subscriber, Diane. I can't remember her last name now, and she's an artist, and she does loads. She does the art in her books and everything, but she paints furniture, and it's absolutely beautiful. Why can't you learn something online? You didn't go to art school, but surely there's an online course you could be taking that would lead to something, if only you're doing it as a hobby. I wish I could model some of these for you, but I can't because they might rip. the fabric is that thin, and the other ones are just drown me. Thank you, Squidgy. Oh, thank you, Wistful Demon. Oh my gosh! Thank you! I'm nearly falling off my chair. Thank you so much. And I absolutely love your name, Wistful Demon. Thank you so much. So kind of you. Have we heard anything? I know, Jinx. How generous. You know what? The money, anything that's sent to me, and, you know, I would keep when I go to Ireland in June to meet Nova, it's going to go on a good night out for us, I tell you. How nice, how sweet. I thought it might have a meaning. Sometimes it's hard to ask people how they came about their name because you don't like to pry, but I would love to know. And like I say, anybody can contact me by email. Even if it's a day later, I'll always reply, always. Isn't it nice in here, Squidgy? You all make it nice. I mean, last Saturday when I came on, thank you, Wistful Demon. I look forward to that. Last Saturday when I came on, somebody had said something and it really hit me hard. And it wasn't meant to. It wasn't meant to. It's hi, Christine. No, I'm not too good. I found something on here with all of you that was missing, and I didn't know it was missing until I found it. So thank you all. But I came on last Saturday and I was feeling terrible because something had been said in family, and sometimes I feel as though I've got to. I just take things the wrong way. Certain things I'm touchy about in family, and it really hurt me. And I came on here feeling dreadful last week. By the time I came off, I felt much better. Thank you, Mike. Lady Anne. Thank you, my love. Thanks. I'm not always. I can be a bit sharp. It was family stuff, Mike. It was last Monday was my brother-in-law's funeral. And so I had people here at the weekend, you know, and we were just talking, and just something was said about things that brought up to me memories of many years ago, at a time when I was very young and disapproved of by, well, I'll say it, one of our sisters. Nothing was ever said, not really, by her, but I was told by another sister that doesn't like you, does she? And I said, I don't know. And I was only 17 at the time, and I couldn't understand. As I've got older, I understand why, because I was very much younger than Alf. Hiya, BB. Yeah, one of them. I've got more than one. I've got about 8, but it was one of them who and I know why. I do know why, looking back, why that was, but it hurt me very much. And just something was said that, I mean, go back all those years and it brought it all back, you know, 45 years later. You've got 21 siblings, have you? I've got 12. I thought that was enough. Gosh. Yeah. Bigger and closer and noisier. Thank you, Jinx. I was very young, getting married very young, 16. But why hold that against me? I hadn't done anything wrong, you know. I know, I know that you were close and you missed your mum, Mike. You're such a lovely person. Oh, really, Squidgy? At your wedding? How nice. And she's divorced. Okay, Christine, see you soon. Catch it later, Christine, because I'm going to show the dresses in a minute. Wistful Demon, you know, no, it isn't. The family's wonderful, you know, and that was just an odd thing, and it was an emotional time as well last week. Oh, they couldn't have more children. That's sad. I mean, I had 3. We wanted 5, but I had a career, and I don't know why I did it. You know, I had no real desire. I just felt that I wanted to spread my wings a bit, and but I had everything I wanted and everything I needed at home. Mike, you wanted to be just the only child. I've got a friend who's just got the one child, a daughter, and she comes round here often, and I wish I'd have had brothers and sisters. But all of mine, Mum had a family of 10, including me. And then I've got one younger brother. I'm number 9. And then my dad, because he'd been married, and Mum had been married, and she was a widow. Dad had 3 children in Ireland, so 13 altogether. And I shall see my one brother and sister, hopefully. I'll see them when I go over in June. Have you not met them, Angel Ma? Well, the ones in Ireland, there was 3. I didn't even know about them till I was in my 40s. And I was researching my dad's family. And I met the cousins who I'd met, you know, long ago. And they remembered me. And I remembered the one I said, you used to give me chocolate biscuits filled with orange cream. Oh, you were adopted at 5 weeks. Have you ever been tempted to find out, Angel Ma? Or are you just happy not knowing? Because that's what they say, anybody can be a sperm donor or, you know, give birth, but to raise a child, that's where the parenting comes in. "28, Super Chat Cat, 28. So my kids were growing up. 28, I went back to college. So I wasn't working as such. I did a course at college and I started an open university degree. I think you're right, Zena. Yeah, I love a big family. I love it. And I love it when everybody's here. I love the mess. Yeah, that's true, Jinx. It has to be their choice, doesn't it? and I've got, loads, nephews and nieces. I couldn't, and cousins, I couldn't count them. Hi, T-Dub. 3:30 in the morning. Thank you, darling. Have a good sleep. And maybe you catch me later if I come on later. Sleep well, love. My sister, my glamorous sister, and the one dress reminds me of her. Because, I'll show you the frou-frou skirt as well. That's not old, it's new. She was like, how much older? She's 13 years older than me. So when I was a little girl, Taco, oh gosh, you're so young, darling. You're not behind in your life at all. My grandson is 25 and my granddaughter's 23. Separate parents. You've got to do what you want to do. You're just starting out. Like I've just said, I was 28 when I started doing a university course, doing a college course alongside it, raising my kids. The youngest was then 9, 10. So I started then. Then I started working a couple of years later, part-time, and then it just led to more work, more experience, promotion. And then when they were reorganising the company was social services department, when they were reorganising, I felt that it was time to move, really. So I went somewhere else. I didn't like it. And I didn't like the boss. He was a womanizer. He was vile, made me feel so uncomfortable. And I just, and I was looking and I saw a job advertised in the, don't shout at me, Alf used to get the newspapers, not me. It was advertised in the Daily Mail, these jobs in Saudi Arabia. And I wrote inquiring and they asked me to send a CV, which I did. You do, Squidgy, your children never stop being your children, however old they are. No. Oh, all right, happily vegan. We'll see you soon, love. No. My mum was 37 when she had me. And I was number 9. But she was 37 when she had me. And then my younger brother, the last one, Mum had him when she was 44. You've got loads of time. And my daughter's got a good career, very good career. And she made a conscious decision that, she wanted to have a child before she was 30. And she did, in her late 20s. But, you've got so much time. Hi, Jewel. Nice to see you. Jewel, I was looking for your channel yesterday, and there's loads of my time to shine on things. I'm going to have to come and click on your profile picture. I couldn't find you. Twin sisters at 17. I envy that. I'd have loved twins. So they were 18 then when you were born. Did they mother you? Hi, Rocky. Oh, it reminded me of my drink. Oh, thank you, Jinx. Thank you. Thanks. Everybody, Jules got a nice little channel. Taco, let me tell you, my dad died of a brain tumour, right? He never seen me grow up. He died when I was 10. And I've known people die when their children are young. So clearly, they don't see their grandchildren. Of our children, our eldest was the only one that our dad saw. But if you've got beliefs, and I do firmly believe that close family, your parents, they'll know what's going on with you. Your mother will know what's going on. If anything happens, she's stepping out. I said this yesterday. She's going to step out of a body that no longer supports her, no longer supports her spirits. And she will know what's happening with you. I believe that. Oh, Taco, no, don't cry. Your parents are identical twins. Wouldn't you have liked twins upside now? I would have loved twins. And I was that big when I had my first. Everybody thought I was having twins. Taco, you've got lots of time, darling. Hasn't she? I could say to everybody what they say over in the other arena community. Put one in the chat if you think Taco Noodles has got lots of time before she has a kid. Because I do. Lots of time. Ooh. See, we would never put you wrong, ever. Yeah, that's like me, Zena. Got loads of cousins. And no, not yet, Stephen. I still haven't done that video, have I? I'll do it. I'm here all day today. I'm here. What day is it? Tuesday. I'm here all day tomorrow. I'm here all day today, tomorrow. I'm out Thursday and I'm out Friday. Do you, Mike? You'd have been a wonderful parent, I think. Just the way you are, the way, I've gotten to know you. Yes, Susan, and cousins, you can feel so close. The cousin I'm going to see in Ireland, I want to surprise her. She's not going to know that we're coming. And normally, we'd stay with her. She will see eventually, if you have a child, she will see that you have. But you can't, even though it's your mum and you love her and you're close to her, you can't live your life for your mum. And to put it bluntly, when she's no longer here, you have then got to live a life that your mum chose for you, not what you chose for yourself. And you can't do that. No. I remember you saying years ago about that, Jewel. I do. You said something. And if it's not to be, it's not to be. Some people would make wonderful parents and they don't have children. And then you see certain people. It's true though, isn't it, upside down? And then you say, then you see people like that person, Shani the Christ. I don't mention her on here because she makes me shudder. And I think their children have been taken off them. And their children used to live in villas. See, T-Dub, Taco Noodles. See what T-Dub said. Hello, dark-eyed Requiem. Oh, did you? Another snowstorm? That's what I sometimes use at night the snowstorm videos, just the sound. Yeah, Rocky, it's I don't know why your name, I always think of you as somebody in their 20s. I think it's the Rocky part of it. I imagine you clambering over all sorts. Shirley Eva. Eva. Eva's a beautiful name. And Shirley is like, where would that be, back to the 40s? Yes, Susan, sometimes that is true. Sometimes people go into a work situation, a profession, where they're caring for children or caring for them indirectly, and that becomes their family in a way. Yes. Yeah, Zena, you're 33, you're still young. See Sacco Noodles, Zena's 10 years older than you, and she's got loads of time. She's got another 10 years in which to have a child if she wants one. Oh, Shirley Jones. Yeah, she was a beautiful woman, wasn't she? Oh, I hated it when my neighbour moved. Hi, Ruth. If it gets deleted, it's because there's something wrong with my streaming thing. It holds comments when it's not supposed to, but usually it will come up comment held, and then we can get it. And I've tried to alter it. I don't know why. Try again. Try again. Oh, you paint rocks. Hey, Rocky go abouts. What a lovely thing to do. With your grandkids as well. How lovely. You never know what's ahead in your life, Susan, do you? You know. Yeah, you're a lesbian lady and you're a perfectionist. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, and calling your cat your son. A lot of people refer. Have you ever heard of Steve Best? He's an animal liberation, and oh, Taco, you are naughty. Thank you so much, my darling. Oh, hope is everything, and you've got a life in front of you, a lot of life in front of you. Look, I'm 50 years older than you, half a century older than you, and I'm not going anywhere just yet. I'm going to be around. I didn't see it, Ruth. Jinx, did you see Ruth's comment message? You mean a message to me? Yeah. Taco, honestly, keep in touch with us here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm so sorry about your dad. Loss is hard, Susan. I know you won't, Squidgy. You're an angel. Yeah. And my husband died 2.5 years ago. And I'm only walking through a door now back into life. Only now. Hello, Nina. Hi, Nina. Ruth, I'm sorry if your comment's not there. If it's not coming through, put it on the community post. I don't understand why. Thank you, Upside now. It's hard, Rocky. At the funeral, I actually dressed Alf when, you know, when he was in his coffin. I dressed him, and I wonder why. Maybe sometimes YouTube will hold comments if there's a certain word in them. For example, if it's COVID is in it, they will hold comments, usually. Thank you, Life of an Angel, Ma. Are you off now? Come back and have a look at the dresses when you can. Yeah, do it now so Ruth can see it. Jinx can see it. YouTube's under a different owner now, manager, isn't it? I think. Hello, Caroline. Oh, yeah, it's hard, isn't it? I'm very sorry, Caroline, for your loss. No, Ruth. I wonder why. All right, Upside now. We'll catch you soon, I hope, and you can catch up with the dresses. I'll do them in a minute. Yes, it's not a straight line, and some days you can wake up and think you're feeling good, and some days you just want to not get up at all. I'm sorry, Nina. I wonder why. Celtic Forest Fairy. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, so kind. We said happy birthday to you yesterday. Didn't we, Squidgy? We mentioned your name and we missed you. That's a good idea, T-Dub, yes. DLR Portal Air Simulator Vehicle. What is that? Oh, did you watch Celtic? Did you? Oh, why didn't you come and say hello? Silly sod. Are you fighting for your son and grandson? Mothers can be fierce. Fierce, we can. No. Well, a belated birthday wish. A happy Tuesday then. Right, okay. I'll have a look and see what it is. Yeah, Celtic. I do understand. I do. But you need never be embarrassed here. We're all daft. That's true. You know, when she who shall not be named attempted to dox mine and post pictures, I went into mad mother mode, really. Jinx. Grief is hard. And it's particularly hard as well in your case when you feel that you should be doing something that your mum wants, but it's going to affect the rest of your life, and your life's going to go an entirely different way to how you want it to then. Yeah. Well, I will admit, I contacted somebody I'm still not in close contact with, but somebody I know in Saudi, and asked what would happen if somebody was reported for doing online work when they're there on a visitor's visa. Would they get into trouble? What would happen? And I was told what would happen and everything. And then of course I said, I've contacted somebody and you're not supposed to be there doing what you're doing. And she wasn't supposed to be there. But nowhere could she have got in trouble. I didn't contact who I could have done. I do Celtic though. I do. You wouldn't think it because I've got a YouTube channel. Hi, Claudia. I love your little channel, Claudia. You have got such a beautiful, calming voice. Claudia's got a channel, Jinx. Only with about 4 things now, is it? Because you uploaded 2 this morning, I think. And I listened to the two yesterday. And today, oh, thanks, Jinx. You've got such a beautiful voice, Claudia. And Taco, Claudia won't mind me saying, Claudia is grieving her partner, the loss of her partner recently. Like, you know, I know it's not the same, it's not Claudia's mother, but somebody very, very close indeed. Hi, Artwork. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Art girl. Did I call you Artwork? Art girl, you are Art girl. Yes, Celtic. Claudia's got a lovely channel. Cats have got animals have got spirits, Sandy. Every living creature does. Every living creature. I think Jinx has just done it, Claudia, but you can do it again, boss, certainly. Oh, did you? Yeah. Claudia, you can do it again if you want to and post it on my community post. Yeah, everybody's lovely in here, Caroline. How do you know you've been doxed? Well, my dog comes to sleep with me sometimes. Squidge. Swear. In my case, Jewel, it was because, how did I first find out? I think I found out because I'd looked on Kiwi on the farms and I actually saw something, a picture. And then I, you know, hunted around and saw who was mentioning it. And I knew who had done it. And Foodie Beauty had put up a community post about it and posted it. It was clearly her and Missy Moo. And that's when I contacted my friend in Saudi to see what exactly would happen. And that's when I put the fear of God into her. Yes, Claudia does artwork too. Oh, yes, you've got an appointment today. Is somebody going with you, Claudia? Yeah, that could happen as well, Jinx. I just don't understand. Why would people want to do that? Good luck and let us know how you go on, Claudia. What time's your appointment? Bye, Jinx. See you later. Oh, I haven't done the dresses. Look how long I've been on. $11. Catch you later, Jinx. Right, so I'm going to show some of these dresses because I've been rabbitting on. Rabbit. What do you want to see first? The 1920s. The 1920s dresses. Yeah. The one which I'll move this chair out of the way as well so you can see them properly. Hang on. The first one I'm going to show you is very, very fragile. It couldn't be worn at all. It's this one. That's just a moth thing to repel the moths. That is from the 1920s. It's so fragile and delicate. It just couldn't be worn. There's a belt with it. The lace at the bottom. And completely transparent, but it's got this to go with it. So that's the underskirt to go with it. And it's satin, like satin material. I think it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So that goes under that. It'll come down to just where the flare is at the bottom, the lace flare. It's long sleeves. And then the lace is all around the back as well at the top. So that's from the 1920s, and I can almost feel my fingers. You know, that my fingers could go through it quite easily. But isn't it beautiful? I love that. Do you like it? Isn't it nice? I just love it. So pretty. So that's 1920s dress. Put it back on there. This one is the one. This is the one from another 1920s dress, and it is gorgeous. Hang on. It's so heavy. Now look at that. See the lace at the top? Needs to go on a different hanger, I think. The lace at the top. And down the back, it's got all these little tiny buttons all down the back. I don't think you can see them. Little tiny buttons all down the back. And then, wait for it, the skirts. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. So the dress itself is dark black, and then straight waist, comes straight over your hips. Then it flares out. It would have to be taken up for me, but it's too delicate to take up to alter. But look at that round the bottom. I think that sash, it's absolutely gorgeous. And then the bottom of the dress is like that, really full and flowing. I mean, that I'd be really happy to wear that. I'd love to wear that. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. And the way that's done, absolutely classic. It's gorgeous. I love you. I do. And then this is a 40s dress. Like a sailor thing. You've got the little placket. I think they call them plackets. Call them plackets. There. Like that. And then you've got the, how does that go? That part there. That goes like that. Again, all the buttons down the front. And the full skirt. And why is that like that? That's just the way it is, with that down that back. All these little buttons. Don't know what's on them. You see. And again, the full skirts. So all of these, I mean, if I wore one, it would have to be taken up. They'd be all too big for me. And that comes as well, like skimmed right over the hips. So it just hide every lump and bump that you've got. Well, if you've got in it. That's really pretty. That I think should be. I don't know. No, you're one inside and one. Oh, look at that. You've got one that side and one. I don't know how it goes. But anyway, that's that one. That's the sailor dress. These two are from the 50s. Both of these. This one I like a lot as well. And I'm going to wear this one. Well, I'm going to wear both of them actually. They're the right length. That one. It's got buttons all down the front. And it's like a crepe material. It's got a little moth hole in. It's like a crepey material. It's got pockets. So that one's quite nice. And then underneath, this one underneath, I don't know whether that would have been a homemade one actually. Is it? Can't see the label on it. Oh no. This one, I think. This could have been from the 40s. Who knows? This one's actually got a label on. Marcus Cottons, it says. Look how tatty it is. That again is a straight down. Comes straight down with that tie just under the bust. And that's quite thin as well. I mean, if you were to wear that, that would be one summer. Because it's quite fragile. But I love the colours in that. Would you say that was the 40s or the 50s? I'm just looking how old that label is. I don't know. And then this one. I've got a lot more upstairs and a couple of long ones as well. This one. This is a 50s dress, I think. I don't know. It's got no label on. I don't know whether it was advertised as such, so I really don't know whether it was homemade or not, but looking at the material, possibly. Should be a belt with it, but there isn't. I've got plenty of belts. So that's just an ordinary. Look at the full skirt. I'd say that was the 50s, and you could wear one of those Frau skirts with it. There's no label on it at all to say. But I do like the colours. I like the crossover top as well. There's that one. And then I think I was in the other room. I thought I had one in the bathroom, then I haven't. And then this is what reminds me of my sister in the 50s style. It isn't a 50s dress, but it's in the 50s style. Look at that. It's like a thick damask material. Just look at the colours in that. I think that's beautiful. I'm going to wear that this summer. I absolutely love it. So it's a flared skirt, reasonably flared, and fitted at the waist. And I'd say that was it could be a day or an evening dress, that one could. And a zip up the back. So, what do you think? And I've got loads more, and I've got a couple of long dresses, evening dresses. See, I can't see myself going to anywhere to wear them though. Which one do you like? Yeah, that it would be that squidgy, wouldn't it? Oh, Caroline, I would love that. Yes, do it. Yes, do it. You like the first one, Jewel? That is too. Oh, is your back still sore, Tina? What did you do? The first one's too fragile to wear. I could actually, as I was holding it, I could feel I was frightened my fingers were going to go through the material. Yes, I've got a load of belts. I've got a nice dark blue belt as well. Would go with that one. You like the Popeye dress, do you? Would I look like olive oil if I wore it? Yeah, the last one's lovely, isn't it? They're all nice. And I've got, as I say, I've got two long evening dresses. I've got one. Just so what? No, it's a naked. It's me. Sitting on, yeah, it is actually right. Sitting on a broomstick. I think it is a broomstick. I didn't even realise. I don't know whether it is a broomstick or a pole. I can't remember what I was sitting on. Do you like it? Yeah, I think it is a witch on a broomstick. You like them, Celtic? Have I missed anybody, Lisa? Sorry if I've missed anybody. Have you? I'll show you what I have got as well that the artists in you might like. If I can get it without knocking anything down. I paid a lot of money for this. And I was actually going to give it to somebody to auction for their animal shelter. Some years back, when I was involved with animal liberation, I was heavily involved with it. And there was a woman who was jailed because of the work that she was doing, highlighting the plight of monkeys who were being experimented on. And she was jailed, and I worked hard, day and night, to raise funds. Hi, Stan. Karen, I've missed Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen, I'm sorry, my love, I've missed you. You want that chair? You'll have to come and fetch it. I can tell you where I got it from. Oh, Karen, I'm sorry. I can't say I know how it feels, but my brother's had the same, as I said to you. I'm really sorry. Look after yourself. Hi, Genevieve. Your husband might paint. Yeah, well, Squidgy, I wish my brother, it sounds as though he's got something very similar. And he was diagnosed with prostate cancer 4 years ago. They gave him radiotherapy and everything, which they say now, I read somewhere, take yogurt of all things, eat the thick yogurt, Greek yogurt beforehand because of the burning that can occur to your organs. Anyway, his organs have, like my bones, his organs have fused between the bladder and the urethra. Hi, Karen. You look after yourself. And I've got lots more as well. Yes, the 80s, the 80s, but I love Elvis Presley as well because my husband was into Elvis. Have you heard that with yogurt? Yeah. And I only heard about it too late to help, really. Have some, yeah, because your insides are burning, Karen, that's why. I read up on it for my brother, and it says to take this thick Greek yogurt beforehand, maybe a couple of hours beforehand, and it will help coat your organs. When you think about it, it's logical, isn't it? I don't know why they don't tell people. Yeah, the 70s and 80s as well. Oh no. I love the 50s. I was too young, but I watched my sisters and I was so envious of them. Yogurt, papaya, turmeric, yes. Sugar apples. Thanks, Stan. You seen that, Karen? Hang on, let me. I've modded Stan, right? So look down for Stan, if he doesn't mind. If you want me not to mod you, I'll take it off. I've modded Stan under Rocky. Look what he's telling you. Just above you, Karen. Stan. That's good then, Squidgy. But with my brother, the between the urethra and the bowel has fused, so he's got stuff coming out. Thank you, Sandy. Well, I have to say that the first dress that I love, the one that's too fragile to wear, but the last one, the green one, I love because it reminds me of what my sisters used to wear in the late 50s, early 60s when I was a little girl, and I used to watch them and I used to be envious of them going out. Have what you want, Karen, but your body, listen to your body. Listen to your body. I've had, and when I had my ulcer, I had part of my bowel removed, and there's certain foods that I have to be very careful of, very wary. One is chocolate, and the other is cheese. Those two things. Very careful. But last night I came on to do a live, and I think I let everybody down because I was just so tired to talk properly. And anyway, when I came off, I had a couple of chocolate bars in the fridge, so it was hardened. A couple of dark chocolate bars, and I just brought them up to bed with me, and had a cup of hot chocolates as well. So, hi Green, you did I say hello to you? It is hard to keep positive when you've got your body. Yeah, listen to your body, but do that before your next chemo, because I wish I'd have known about it before for my brother. Yeah, I understand in my family also. And my brother-in-law who passed away recently, it was his funeral last Monday, Monday before, he had throat cancer, and he was diagnosed only in July, August last year. Anyway, look at this. This woman, Animal Liberation, she was jailed because she was spreading the news about vivisection. And the vivisectors, she was organising demonstrations and everything. Bye, Sandy, my darling. Come back, please. So nice to see you. I'm talking too much, aren't I? Because I'm missing what's been said. Trying to get out of jail, organising to get funds, and I was fundraising here, there, and everywhere. Anyway, a friend in Australia, her name's gone out my head. I can see her in my mind's eye now. Anyway, she's an artist, and she had her work shown at some art gallery in Italy recently. But she agreed to paint a picture, and it was an animal liberation picture. It's this one. And the title of it is Roles Reversed. And what that means is the vivisector is in the cage while the monkeys are outside of the cage. I mean, they were doing horrific experiments, unnecessary experiments on the monkeys. And anyway, the frame is a bit, and it's, as you see at the bottom, Animal Liberation front. So it's all in oils. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful picture. And as I say, I was going to donate it to a friend who was raising money for the animal shelter she runs in Spain. I can't remember what happened now. Can't remember whether I was bad or something. See the baby monkey in the mother's arms. there at the bottom. But it's a beautiful, beautiful painting. And Lyndall Thomas, if anybody have heard of her, is her name. Oh, who's talking about bad typing this morning? And she's from Bendigo in Australia. And we were really close at one time. And, you know, but my closest friend, Jenny, she passed away a couple of years ago, which was a shock to us all, you know. And sort of things went a bit awry. I need to contact her again. Yeah, I hate going to the shelters. You know, I went to the one in Birmingham, and there was this husky, beautiful husky dog. You okay, Karen? Yeah, and Genevieve, it's wonderful that people can work, you know, and help the animals in those places. But I don't think I could, because it would break my heart every day. I don't know. Do they? Huskies get adopted out quick. All right, Rocky, I'll be over later. I have subscribed to you. Black labs have it the worst. Gosh, you surprised me. I wanted a black lab. My son got he got a, what colour do you call them? The pale yellow ones. Labrador Retriever. And that's our dog, Alfie, my dog. It's awful, Karen. I had to stop because I was coming close to having a breakdown, to be honest, especially with the work with the vivisection labs and going against them. We saw and heard some horrific things. I mean, in my younger days, it was going over the fence and under the fence and doing stuff like that. But nowadays, I can't do anything like that. And, you know, I haven't for many years. But it's terrible. I love black labs. They're beautiful. Lovely, shiny, sheeny dogs. Oh, Karen, that sounds awful. Oh, Caroline. Your neighbour's cat and an orphan fox. How lovely. I do. I've got a garden, and I could have one, but I couldn't have one that needed very long walks. We used to go on an hour in the morning and half an hour in the afternoon. I couldn't do that now, I don't think. A couple of cats. Yeah, my son had a golden retriever and a Yorkie. She's got kidney and heart enlarged. Isn't it expensive, though, the treatment for pets? Hi, Leo. Hi, Granny says. Good morning, sweets. I get up 2 hours later, Tina. 4 o'clock I get up every day without fail, except a couple of days I've had a lie until 6. But I would love another dog. I'm a dog person, really. My daughter's a cat person. Alf and I were always dog. Do they? They stink. Your Bengal cat's pregnant. German Shepherd and Wolf. Well, yeah, an otter. Guide dogs and Sentry Dog Healing Charity. One of my sisters, they board them out while they're having their training times. So they need to board them out to a family who will strictly discipline them, not let them go upstairs, not give them treats, not let them on the furniture. And they're there like as temporary boarders. One of my sisters does that. Is that all you get, Celtic? 4 or 5? I do as well, though. And some nights, well, after Alf died, it wasn't even that. German Shepherds. German Shepherds used to be, didn't they used to use them as guide dogs as well? German Shepherds. That's true, Karen. Be positive and look at it, like my neighbours next door, they're Muslim girls, sisters. They're both teachers. And I remember her saying to me when, Alfie was so poorly, and she says, what we believe is, you're not going to change anything by, and it's true, you're not going to change anything by worrying. And what you are going to do, you're probably going to stir up hormones in yourself, all these worry hormones and everything else. That's going to turn back and attack you even more. Always the dog determines your day. Yes. Wow, Celtic. There was one time I slept, but it was after surgery, and I was knocked out for 12 hours. I thought I was in heaven when I woke up. What's that? What business, Stan? You mean, are you talking about dogs now? Or are you talking about vivisection? Chronic stress is awful. I'm looking for cats as well. Who's got cats? My daughter was going to take me up to the animal sanctuary at some stage, because that's where she gets her cats from. And she had one cat of 19 who passed. It's a trigger, Caroline, yes. And if you're already ill, it's terrible. Ah, look, man. Sorry, thank you. I nearly said took, man. Look, man. 5 senior cats. Do they all get on, Celtic Fairy, Forest Fairy? Do they all get on together? So my daughter had 3. The 19-year-old, 20-year-old passed away. She went. So the one she's got now is 19 now, because she got both together, more or less. She's 19. And she's all right, she's got a bit of feline dementia. But my daughter would no more, shouldn't talk about my kids. I've said it now anyway. No more consider putting her to sleep than she would fly to the moon. No, she wouldn't. So one of 19 with feline dementia, and then the other one, the little one, is only 6. And they get on together. And they pined for the other one that passed away, cried for her. What's that, Squidge? You believe in what? Yeah, I believe I've had a few experiences in my life. No, I've never been to one. I'm lying. I did go to one. My sister, I'm going back 30 odd years now. She had a psychic go to her house, John Starkey. Have any of you heard of him in the UK? He is. John Starkey, might have been longer than 30 years. And she had him at her house to do readings for her friends. So I was in that group, and he was calling people in to do readings for them. And I didn't like him. I just didn't like him. He was coming out with all this trite stuff. He said, let me have something of yours to hold on to. And I gave him a bracelet. Oh, what a difficult time you've had. And he was asking leading questions now. But there is a man in Scotland, I can't recall his name, and he does readings, psychic reading. He does them for free. And he said, it's a gift I've been given. This is a gift I've been given to help other people. So he doesn't charge. He will do the readings, but he doesn't charge. Do any of you remember Amy Ramadan? No, I posted a video. Poor kids, hello. Hi, I nearly missed you. Sorry. Hi. Yeah, do you remember her, Amy Ramadan? I remember Amy. Yeah, Jewel, you'll remember her. I remember Amy when she first started, and I used to watch her. It was Jewel. It was probably about the time I met you. Good morning, Lana. You did. You missed. It wasn't a show. It was just showing the dresses. But yeah, you'll catch them. Dumpster fire. And I never liked her. Never ever liked the woman. She just came across as this facade, and she was totally false. And I felt, and I couldn't watch her properly, but I did watch her because she was such a darn mess. And she used to drive while she was drinking or while she was eating and shouting at the kids. It's a wonder she didn't have an accident. Probably has, but we didn't know about it. Amy Ramadan, she was a woman who was on here, Leo, like Foodie. She met a man online on a dating site, and after a month or two, she flew out to Cairo, and they got married 3 days later. She was fake, poor kids. But she'd got an older child, and this child, Amy had said to a friend, I want children, I want a child, but I haven't got a partner. I don't know how she was funded. Yes, she had a toilet, that's right. She had a toilet for the kids so they could poop and pee in the back of the car. Yeah, she was abusive. Carried a wooden spoon with her at all times. No, Stan, she was. And there's a video. I've got a video if you want to go and watch it. She flew out to Cairo, met him, married him 3 days later, became Muslim, like Foodie. He came back with her. He got, his paperwork and everything, an American, yeah. $14,000 wedding ring that they got from K Jewelers on credit. It was never paid for because they went bankrupt. She kept the ring. She was a very boastful woman, always bragging, always going round the bigger channels, asking people to subscribe to her. I think she got up to about 8,000 subscribers or something. Oh, Celtic. Yes. I've got an email address, and it's hang on. Where am I? Here you go. No, she didn't lose a channel. She, after she smacked her child, she was on screen, she was talking, "Oh, I've got 600 subscribers. I can't tell you how fantastic this is." And the kids were crying outside, and she shouted at them. And yeah, there's a big thing on Kiwi Farm, the farms. She's got a thread still on there. I think she just left Greenie because there was a lot of stuff going on. Everybody was making videos about her, about the way she jumped up. She went out. All you could hear was a slap, not a smack, a hard slap to one of the kids. And then there was another time that one of the kids was crying, and she and her husband were doing a video, and the boy came in and said the little girl Ezra was choking, and it was like, "Don't you dare choke when I'm making them when I'm on camera." She was horrible. But the older child, she wanted a child, and she'd said that she wanted a child. The woman who gave her the baby, literally flew in and handed the baby over to Amy at the airport. And it was a baby who was born somewhere in the islands, to a single mother, I think. And bye, poor kit. Bye. Thanks for coming in. And so she just handed the child over. She's never formally adopted him. He had no paperwork at all. So whatever's going to happen as he must be, I don't know, how old, Jill? About 14 now, probably. Yeah, poor kid. Thank you ever so much for coming in. Yeah, she had a toilet seat in the back of the car, and she used to drive round yelling at the kids and eating a bowl of breakfast. And, your stomach would be clenching. The kid was just handed over to her at the airport, and then she had 2 biological children with her husband, Ali. And he had a business, but it wasn't his business, I don't think. He was just a used car salesman. Yeah, her and Foodie should shack up. Thanks, Squidge. If Chantal had children, I would be really concerned for them. Yeah, you could see. I mean, the thing she used to do, Magic Lady, she was just a stupid woman, basically. Yes, they called CPS, didn't they? Oh gosh, I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, she ran a daycare centre. So people who would take their kids to be looked after by her. But she was her place was a mess as well. Not as bad as Chantal's, but bad. She had a big cupboard in the living area that had one of those locks on it, kiddie-proof locks, and that's where she kept all her sweets and all her goodies, and the kids couldn't get at them. And then there was one day she was showed her cooker accidentally, and it was caked full of grease and filth. You couldn't really see the burners. It was filthy. So if I had my time again, Caroline, I would homeschool. I wouldn't send my kids to school. I'd do it myself. But you've got to be sure that you know what you're doing. Yeah, everybody's different, Karen, aren't they? Yeah, she hid the food from the kids. Well, she had the cupboard in full sight in the living room with the lock on the door. I'm not saying the kids were starved. They weren't. But she just used to keep, goodies like sweets and biscuits. And how kids are, they cry for them, I suppose. But she was a very abusive mother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She'd get a lot of money for doing that. I wouldn't leave anything in her care. I wouldn't leave a fruit fly in her care. Yeah, schools. the world has become an extreme. Did you see Donald Trump? He said, yeah, they do socialise, Lana, there is that. But when you've got classes of 30 kids, you know, I think if you're homeschooling, and like with me, with 3 kids and me, and we work to a curriculum, but we also can pay a lot more attention to them. Exactly, Karen. Anybody can be a parent. And as I say, she got this child handed over illegally, and no paperwork whatsoever for him. Yes, he did. T-Dub, you're remembering much more than me. Yeah, he Ali kept a cordless drill in the kitchen, and when the kids would play up, they would be threatened with that drill. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, Trump, I was surprised when he became president, but he did say the other day, it came up on YouTube, and he said, we're closer now to World War III than we've ever been. We've got lunatics running the world, honestly. Exactly, Stan. Exactly. And I've always thought that, you know, being a parent is a privilege. It isn't a right. And you don't own your kids either. I can honestly say, I've never even lifted a hand, neither did Alf, to our kids, ever. Depends, Leo, how long have you been on? How long have you been on YouTube? Oh, thanks, whoever handled that, thank you. It was emotional blackmail. Behave or I've got the drill. And clearly they've seen Daddy using the drill, although they've seen Daddy using the drill and what it could do. And they must have thought what it could do to them. And then there was Amy with the wooden spoon, so she was marginally better. Booty B-Day! When Hammy bites your fingers, you're going to threaten him with a drill. Yalla. Where are you, Foodie B-Day? Are you in Kuwait yet? Have you left? Oh, Leo, look at the video on my channel. It's not a long one, but if you go onto the farms, they've got loads of information about her on there. Yeah, she was the predecessor to Chantal. Foodie B-Day. Foodie B-Day. Foodie B-Day makes my day every time she comes in. Foodie B-Day. So what's new, Foodie B-Day? What's new? What's up? Spill the beans. You're going to go dumpster diving to raise funds for your third plane seats? Do you want me to send you some money just so that you can leave Canada? Shall I PayPal you something? Snow white blondes. Ooh. You live in Greece? I'm sorry, I don't understand. They live in Japan. In Greece. Sorry, I didn't understand what you're saying. Celtic. I'm easily to confuse. Salah doesn't even clean that cage. He's going to need a bigger one for Chantal, isn't he? During Ramadan. Hey, okay, Foodie, send me your PayPal. Maybe you'll put Amy in a cage during Ramadan so she can't get the food. Hi, through the looking glass. Are you going off? Thank you for coming in. Thank you. A lot of stuff to dumpster dive at the villa. Would anybody go in the villa? I wouldn't. I do pity that landlord. And Pete has often said he hates landlords. Well, if they didn't have a landlord, they wouldn't have a place to live, would they? Yeah, buy through the looking glass, my love. It is disgusting, Lana. Yeah, Foodie B-Day's got a man. The hamster's going to get a wet tail. Jean and Jen. Yeah, he did seem to like Jen, but two addicts living together, I think they, you know. Salah called you fat. Oh, it was a typo. What was it meant to be? Baby. Jessica Messica popped in yesterday. She's only made $45 so far, her GoFundMe for a plane ticket. So she said it doesn't look as though she's going to be able to go. She wanted to take your man off you, Foodie B-Day. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of time and money, that villas. They've trashed it, haven't they? Who, Genevieve? He called her a fat Canadian. That's right, he did, yeah. Yeah. Because somebody said, was it, I don't know whether it was on Twitter or something, said, you know, the abuse has started. These are the sort of things that she'll laugh off, like Nada smacking her across the head. And there's the things that she'll laugh off. But thank you, Karen. There's things that she'll laugh off, but that's where the abuse starts. But I think Jean did like Jen, and I think they got on most of the time. But it must have been frustrating if he had a drink and they would argue, or she would have food and they'd argue. Yeah, thanks, Karen. Thanks, Speech. No, she's an acquired taste, Greenie. I agree. Jessica makes things interesting now, you've got to admit. She inserts herself. Ella is in love with Jessica Messica. I just think, yeah, Lana, I agree. Oh, that's nice, Celtic. Oh, lovely. I think Jessica inserts herself for a couple of reasons. She does it to grow her channel, views and money and stuff. And she does it because, like, I'm not saying she's like Chantal, but in one way she is, in that she craves attention. And she probably admits that herself. Yes, they're both addicts. Yeah. Oh, in Japan as well, Celtic. That's awkward for you, isn't it? Where are you? Where are you based? She is funny, but not many husbands would do that. Just stay mad, babies. Hey, what a shame you can't come on and give us a song, Foodie. it's like with Nada now that Chantal thinks well, she has. She's catfished him. He's catfished her. And I think they're going to take her for everything they can get out of her. Okay, Squidgy. See you all next time. See you next time. Thanks for all your work this morning. Thanks, my darling. She called you a liar, did she? Well, I don't think you are. There you go. Give you a wrench. Why did she do that? The other thing with Jessica, I think, is that she wouldn't like any competition, female competition. And she wouldn't get that from me, would she? So I'm out. She's okay with me. I do have lovely mods. I do. I have lovely subscribers. Everybody is so nice. Another positive live. You're in Ireland. You're not a liar. I'm coming to Ireland in June. I'm coming to Dublin to see Nova. Oh, Nova's not here, is she? I'm coming to Dublin to see Nova. And then I'm going to Thurles to see my family, my cousins. I won't say much, but me and Nada weren't both live last night. Enjoy cleaning the purple mattress, DD. Foodie B-Day, you are bad. Bad. It's so funny. He might do, Tina. He might control her eating, or he might encourage the eating, so that he can go out to the shisha bar. Did you see on Troll Detectives one of his shorts where Salah was sitting and she's inserted a picture of a woman walking across the restaurant or the wherever it was, and Salah was eyeing her up? I reckon that's what he's like in real life. It seems like it, Caroline, doesn't it? Yeah, Squidgy's gone now. My stepdad had who was Irish, who was from County Louth. He had a lot of relatives in Ireland. Hi, Charlie's mum. Yes, I do as well. So she signed the contract. He had those. He even got his mods to sign contracts. Yeah, Salah cares for you the most. He wanted a large meal and he maybe get a medium. He wants his queen to be healthy. Yes, Leo. I don't know whether it's enforceable, but yeah, all his mods had to sign one as well. Yeah, it was. And I think that Troll Detectives and the Races, that wasn't the N word like Monty said. I think she said naked. And there was another Scottish lady in here yesterday who said it was naked. And then I've seen other Scottish ladies say it was needed. But Monty jumped on it and said it was something else. I don't think it was. Karen's happy for you, Foodie B-Day. Marie Pondu. So it's not enforceable. Stay mad, babies. That's right, Lana. But I don't think that if he beat somebody up, I don't think that contract would be enforceable. And I also think that Troll Detective is the woman who made the video. I'll probably get told off by him or her or them, but I think that's Troll Detective. Yeah, a way to spin the narrative, yes. Yeah. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to get off here now. I might come back on. Do you want me to come back on later? I'm here all day. Yeah, I think it was. Not just yet, Leo. No, I think there's a lot more to come. I bet those cats did pee on your abayas. No offence. They just wanted you to remember them. Woodchip bees. All right, what time do you want me to come back? What time is it now? 1 o'clock. About 8? Is 8 all right, or is it too late? I'll come back on about 8. Oh, congratulations, being out of jail, YouTube jail. All right, I'll come back at 8, and good, okay. And maybe we can discuss Pete, because he's got to be out today of that house. So I'll catch you all later. It's 1 o'clock now, almost 10 to 1. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and thank you for all the super chats. Leo, Greeny Bluish, Tina, Booty B Day, my angel, and I'll catch you all later, hopefully. Casinta, Lana, Karen, Charlie's mum, Celtic Fairy. I'll get you all taco noodles. And taco noodles, just email me, love. Saw me Jade. I think I've got everybody, Lana. So lots of love. Thank you ever so much for being here. And I'll catch you later on, about 8. Okay.